Alright, you guys, welcome to Thursday here on Horoscope, and as you know, it is Hitchcock week. Before we start, I know you guys can't see it, but for some reason I put my light right here. It's here, and I am being blinded by it, but that's okay. We'll just go on. If I start seeing spots or I start staring off into the distance, you'll know why. Okay, I chose to go with Strangers on a Train. Whoa, okay, what? We go dark, we go light. Alright, the magic of cameras. I've never seen this film. In fact, it's very embarrassing, but maybe I've seen one Alfred Hitchcock film, which as a film lover is embarrassing. Like, I probably can't even call myself a film lover because I haven't seen really any Alfred Hitchcock movies. But we'll continue. I'm very happy to kind of get this one under my belt. And thanks to Rossi Boy for helping me pick one out, because this isn't horror per se, but it's more thriller, action. I mean, really there's everything going on in this film. You've got really dark humor, you've got action, you've got suspense. It's kind of everything all rolled up into one. It was really awesome. So Strangers on a Train. Okay. Starts off, these two guys, it shows these two guys, they get on a train. One of them is named Guy, he's a tennis player. The other one is named Bruno. Now Bruno is kind of a fast talker, very kind of A-type personality. And he starts chatting up Guy. And we find out that Guy is married, but his wife is pregnant with some other man's baby. And he is having an affair with a senator, I forget who, but a senator's daughter. And they want to get married. So that means Guy needs to divorce his wife. And Bruno knows all this information. He's got everything stored up here. So during their conversation on the train, Bruno kind of says, well, have you ever thought about like the perfect murder, or what would be a good way to murder someone? And Guy doesn't really take it too seriously, because I think he thinks that Bruno's kind of a nut job, which he is. So he's like, what you need to do is like, do like a swapsies murder, because no one will suspect you, because, you're not related to the person you killed. And, Bruno says, well, it'd be perfect because I could kill your wife and then you could kill my father. Now, Bruno comes from a wealthy background, but you can kind of tell Bruno isn't the hardworking type. He just kind of, leeches off the money, and I don't think his father is very fond of him. And so, Guy's about to get off the train, and he's like, oh, okay, Bruno. He's kind of like, whatever, all right. But Bruno's very kind of insistent, like, does this sound good to you? And, Guy's like, yeah, okay. Well, it turns out Bruno actually goes and kills the wife. Now, I'm not saying this girl deserved death, but she was a real bitch. She got locked up by some other man, and then she was out at this kind of carnival amusement park with two guys, and she was flirting with Bruno. She likes the men. And then she wasn't going to give Guy the divorce. So it was a messed up situation. Anyway, Bruno goes and kills her, strangles her. He goes and tells Guy what he has done, and Guy is like, basically, what the hell? Are you a nutball? And really, the performance of Bruno, what's the guy's name? Robert Walker. His performance of Bruno is amazing. It is such a great performance, because it's almost like a Lex Luthor character. I mean, he's psychotic, but, he's kind of got morals in a way, But then his relationship with his mom is kind of weird because the mom does his manicures for him. It's just like you've got all sorts of weird shit going on with this character Bruno. So Guy doesn't want anything to do with him because Bruno's like, hey, you got to kill my dad now. So anyways, he's not going to do it. But Bruno gets like really kind of like a stalker. He kind of infiltrates Guy's life. He's at his tennis match, and there's a really just like fucked up scene where, and it's a great shot by Hitchcock, where it's a shot of the crowd at a tennis match, and everyone's heads are moving in unison watching the tennis ball. But here's Bruno just staring right at Guy. So you have everyone's, heads turning, and then there's Bruno looking straight ahead. It was really good. You have some, great performances. Obviously, Bruno, great character, played very well. You've got Babs, who's actually played by Alfred Hitchcock's daughter. She played the role very well. The senator was played by the man who was in Topper from way back in the day, if anyone remembers that show. So long story short, you've got all this mayhem going on with these characters. Guy doesn't want to get implicated by Bruno because, he's going to turn the tables on him. And it all ends up in an amusement park and this, like, carousel ride from hell. It is such an awesome scene. It truly is. My older son and I were watching it, and like we were like in horror, and then we were laughing, and we were like, what the hell's going on? I can't recommend this one enough. It's a treat. And like I said, you've got kind of the whole spectrum of emotions. You've got kind of this dark humor, you've got action, suspense, kind of everything thrown in there. We were never bored watching this film. It's got a great pace, great characters, all around. Really thumbs up. Really enjoyed it. This is the 2-disc set. It is on Blu-ray. And honestly, I don't know if the Blu-ray contains everything that's on here. This one, you've got a rather large commentary track. You've got Peter Bogdanovich. You've got biographers. You've got a theatrical trailer. And then there's 2 versions of the film on here. You've got a preview version, which was, it says uncovered in 91, and then the theatrical issued in 96. I watched the final release version. There is a making of documentary, and then you've got some featurettes. I watched most of them. There's one with M. Night Shyamalan, which was fun to watch because he's a big fan of the film. And so yeah, I mean, that's really it. I really do recommend checking this movie out if you haven't already seen it. That's it, you guys. Please watch everyone else's videos here on Horoscope during Hitchcock Week. I will see you next week. Take care.